Hey everyone! Right, next part of this 100-day challenge, and I do apologise, there is no picture-in-picture today because my camcorder really doesn't like the hot weather, and it's fairly warm here at the minute, although won't last, never does. Right, today, large pockets. Pockets, I suppose they could be a loaded bag. I don't know. It's not something I've done before, so in the realms of let's try something new, this is what I've got. So I've got a few ideas. I've got one that I've glued together and a couple that I've left thinking it's going to be easier to decorate. So let's get rid of all the bits. Now I'm thinking the first one, no, this one I have actually, honestly, given it some thought. I'm going to decoupage. I'm not very good at it, so I'm thinking I am going to give it a go. Now, in the theme of birds, which is what I've got, this is what I'm going to do, but I don't want to cover the whole thing, so all I'm going to do, just to get the shape that I want, I do want these birds. I know most of you know this. But if you go around it in water, it just makes the tearing out so much easier. Right, that's the shape I want. And then hopefully it should just pop out. It's just a bit more controlled than ripping it out. Excuse me. Right, so that's my pocket. I'm thinking that can go in there. I want something as a bit of a background because it looks a bit boring. So in the interest of using up, injunction? Oh no, we don't want. You have to be so careful with these words. Oh, I like the way that that goes over. So let's take a bit of paper. That's easier. I'm thinking if I have it to go down that way, and then my little bird can go that way. Yep, I quite like that. It just gives you, tearing it like that just gives you a bit of variation on the edge. I may or may not sort of speed this up so you don't get too bored. decoupage. Now, it's a satin one simply because I'm trying to use up my stuff. It's just good to be making things. Now that may or may not dry straight. Now I'm going to set that one aside to dry because then I want to finish that one off after. Okay. Number 2. Now this one I haven't stuck down because I want to put something on the inside. So I have some music paper. Now I do like that title. So we'll keep that to use at a later date. Okay, so we have an envelope, fairly substantial one now. It's got a double layer of, or a pocket, sorry, envelope, pockets. I've got some loads of fussy cut stuff here. These are actually out of book pages. I quite like that. It does stand out nicely. And then I've got, I didn't want it two-dimensional because by the time you've put some in the back, it is going to be quite, there's quite nice. But he does need something to make him stand out. Let's glue this on first. finish them off. I don't know if this is strictly necessary, because if it was going to be hung up or put in as a floating pocket, I suppose. I don't know. But just finish them off. Right, so number 1 done. Okay. go. So that one is done. And then that one looks a bit boring, but that one is going to have, right, I'm going to put a little bit of texture paste on that one, I think. Let's go for this one. Okay, I am surrounded by bits. I make such a mess when I work. This was that homemade stuff that I did ages and ages ago, and it's still going really well. I've had to add a bit more water to it, but that's been it. Okay, and then a bit more perhaps here. I want a bit of a worn look going on, but not too worn that it looks. And perhaps a bit there. That's better. Oh, I'm liking that. If you've got bits of texture paste, like I've rushed that, and so they've gone a bit lumpy, while it's still damp, just use your finger, just gently, and you can smooth it out. Or, failing that, when it's dry, use just a little bit of sandpaper, and it will smooth it out again, depending on your preference. Right, let's show you what we've done today. So we have 1, 2, and number 3. That one's bending up. There we go. So 3 envelopes or pockets, I suppose, aren't they? Like I say, these aren't something I'd normally do, so hence trying something different and seeing how we get on. Brilliant. Well, I hope you've enjoyed it. So until tomorrow, we'll speak again. Bye.